Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Friday, 16th August 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. Startling revelation in Jamaica regarding recent massacre that saw as many as 8 people killed in Clarendon. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Jamaicans overseas, people behind bars and gangs linked to Clarendon massacre, which involved 8 murders. Details in this TVJ News report with Kalisha Williams.
The press conference followed a meeting of the National Security Council after 8 people were killed and 9 injured in Cherry Tree Lane, Clarendon, Sunday night. After a long discussion, a decision by Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
Therefore, we have given directions to the security forces to launch an all-out assault on the gangs that are involved, indeed any gang that is involved. There is no way that 8 persons can be killed in one incident in Jamaica and the state stands as if nothing happened. No. Every gang member, every gang will feel the full force of the state today.
Mr. Holness stressed that the police are pursuing multiple leads. In describing the incident as an act of terror, he told the nation that the massacre was well organized and involved several criminal masterminds.
We know that persons overseas are involved and connected in this act. We know that persons who are incarcerated presently have connections in this act. We know that multiple gangs are connected and involved in this act.
As for the motive or the intended target, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey made this declaration.
We believe that it is gang-related, reprisal for the death of someone who was killed in Clarendon, but I don't want to get into too much detail in respect of that. But we have established motives.
A curfew has also been imposed in the community, and the authorities warned that they will be leaving no stones unturned as they seek to bring the hoodlums to justice.
To those persons who may want to take matters into their own hands, who may want to go out and on their own seek reprisals, if you do that, you then become of interest to us. And you are a part of the problem and not the solution.
And we are appealing to the public. If you have any information, please pass it on to us. This senseless act must be dealt with swiftly and proportionately. And the JCF and the law enforcement agencies are committed to ensure that that is done.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
An investigation, meantime, is underway following a threatening video posted online, which has sparked concern just after the Prime Minister and National Security Minister's warnings to criminals in Clarendon. The video, which CVM has chosen not to broadcast, has been widely shared on social media. CVM's reporter Trisha Gay Kelly provides the latest updates on the situation and the police response.
An investigation has been launched into a video making its rounds on social media in which a man whose face is partially covered is threatening the government with more mass killings to come. The man even sent threats to the Prime Minister himself. Head of the force's crime portfolio, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey, confirmed that the police received the video earlier Tuesday and have begun their investigations. This follows Sunday night's brutal killing of 8 people in 4 parts Clarendon. The incident also injured multiple residents. But on Monday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness warned criminals involved that they would either face the court or meet their maker. Meanwhile, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has made it clear that the government will be acting swiftly.
Every gangster, every criminal in the area between Clarendon and St. Catherine in particular must today understand we will come for them. We find them, interrogate them, and if they had any kind of even inkling of a source with this kind of brutality, we will find and deal with them.
He says the incident has prompted the government to review the local laws.
In the Clarendon itself has been doing some hard work daily. They're on the road 24/7, and the numbers were some 39% behind. But I've been advised, perhaps advised, to take a look at all the legislation we have. We need to strengthen the legislation further beyond what we have done to pass that. We will initiate that and give the advice as soon as we have set on that. And I have crimes have accepted, but we'll examine all of this because using automatic weapons to fire on innocent citizens is an act of terror.
Some 9 people are reportedly being treated at hospital following the tragedy that rocked sections of 4 parts Clarendon Sunday. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
In association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
The Taiwan Embassy in Castries has contributed $5.587 million to bilateral cooperation projects in St. Lucia. The donation was made official at the handing over ceremony on Tuesday. Gina Filippi of HTS News Force reports.
The Republic of China, Taiwan, continues to contribute to St. Lucia's national development and economic growth. In August, the Taiwanese government donated $5.587 million to fund 6 initiatives under the bilateral cooperation projects. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says the money will be used to improve the lives of residents.
We take that money to invest in the people of St. Lucia. And the people can see how that money is invested. The people will see. If you ask the people of St. Lucia, how was the grant fund used before? I doubt you will get a definitive answer. The answer you'll get is what somebody says that it was used for. That's what you'll get. But when you ask us, how do we use the Taiwanese grant funds? We can tell you exactly what we do with it, where is it, and how the people benefit.
Pierre outlined some of the projects under the Bilateral Cooperation Initiative. $350,000 of the $5.5 million will go towards the rehabilitation of bagatelle drains in the Prime Minister's constituency.
I see my colleagues get serious. You understand? So, the people of Bagatelle can look forward to that small road that they complain about. We're going to be slabbing a part of the drain so 2 vehicles can pass can drive comfortably up the Bagatelle Road very shortly. So when the minister from the External Affairs Minister is using cross country to come to Castries, he'll have wider space to drive his vehicle. That is what we're going to do with these funds. So the people of Bagatelle can look forward very, very shortly to the slabbing of the drain and the resurfacing of the road. Very, very, very soon. The people will benefit from that.
$1.5 million will also be allocated to a human resource community center in Castries North and East.
So we want to urge the civil servants to get the work done so the people of Castries East and Castries North cannot say that we came here today for a show and nothing is happening.
Other projects include a local government community project valued at $1,358,450. $1,200,000 will go towards the West Coast Sub-Fire Station. The Youth Economy Agency's Innovation Hub will also receive $500,000. Additionally, $679,225 will be allocated to a TVET transformation, which will see the construction of 4 learning institutions. Gina Filippi, HDS News Force.
The Bahamas' Prime Minister Philip Davis comments on the Minnis administration, referring to it as incompetent. Details in this ZNS News item.
The opposition lambasted Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, criticising his political opponents, and it has everything to do with what he brands as the former Free National Movement administration's incompetency while in office. Fielding questions at a press conference in Grand Bahama this past weekend, the Prime Minister again acknowledged that his administration went up against serious headwinds upon assuming office, but that the decisions to be made were only difficult if he and his team were not dedicated and committed to putting in the hard work.
Those hard decisions only been hard if you were incompetent. Those decisions would only been hard if you know what you're doing. And more importantly, those decisions would only been hard if you didn't understand the fundamentals of our economy.
From the onset, the Davis administration has stressed its inheritance of a multitude of crises, from economic to fiscal, education to health. All the end result of what the Prime Minister believes his predecessors did or failed to do, like the decision to close both the domestic and international pillars of the economy during the COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with the proposal to increase value-added tax. The Davis administration has, though, patted itself on the back for instead reducing VAT from 12 to 10%.
The IMF has come in. They've given us kudos for what they do. In fact, they are astounded by what we're able to achieve. And they've said that because when they first talked to me, when they came to me after I won, they wanted me to raise taxes because we will not be able to meet our commitments in the country. So that's one of the headwinds they're talking about, because they were planning to raise the taxes. I tell them I raise no tax, I cut it. They ask me whether I have a hole in my head. I move VAT from 12 to 10.
I am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.